Half of this year, 14 people left Memphis Animal Services, including 2 veterinarians who'd been there for years. WREG investigators continue to dig deeper into mounting concerns at MAS. Chief Investigator Jessica Gertler uncovers one resignation letter questioning the environment and national assessments, questioning leadership.
How long has the investigation been going on?
Less than a month.
More questions than answers surrounding Memphis Animal Services and its director, Ty Coleman. He was placed on leave pending an investigation on June 28th, just days after a dog died in the outdoor play yard. Preliminary assessments say it was heat-related.
There are serious allegations.
The mayor's chief operating officer, Antonio Adams, spoke at a council committee meeting Tuesday.
Before we put those things out publicly, we should allow the investigation itself to rest, and then we allow his due process.
Coleman was hired as interim director in 2023, earning the official title in January. And since January, records uncovered by WREG investigators show 14 employees have left, including a veterinarian assistant, supervisors, and a pet resource specialist, a majority citing personal reasons. The list also included 2 longtime veterinarians who notified Coleman they were leaving in April. One of the vets had been with MAS for more than a decade, the other since 2018, writing in her resignation letter, "The environment as it exists is not one I find compatible with my values and processes." It didn't go into further detail. What's clear, when they left on May 31st, MAS no longer had any vets, causing the clinic's premise permit to briefly lapse. We asked the mayor's office when they found out the vets were leaving and what action was taken between April and July to ensure clinic operations weren't disrupted. We've yet to hear back. WREG investigators also found out right before Coleman was placed on leave, he created a new role called clinic manager in the absence of leadership in the clinic. We requested that role's duties, but were told there are no records with that information. We do know the woman assigned to the new position had supervised customer service like adoption services and maintaining shelter records. She has no state license, but has been assessing animals' medical conditions. MAS told us in a statement in part, she has 20 years of clinic experience and her role does not require a license, stating pet nurses currently on staff are doing these same visual assessments every day and entering treatment plans based on the standing protocols authorized by the vet we have on staff now, a vet who's part-time. MAS hasn't answered how often that vet is at the clinic.
We desperately need to start staffing up.
Adams admitted Tuesday more staff is their biggest priority. They're even approaching former employees to see if they'll return. There's a new interim director until the investigation is complete, and they've mapped out short and long-term goals. Some of the goals addressing deficiencies listed in 2 national assessments commissioned by Coleman in February and April by the Best Friends Animal Society, a nonprofit with the goal of reducing euthanasia in animal shelters. The final reports noted a lack of centralized leadership and accountability, noting a lack of guidance, unprofessional culture, and they witnessed several occasions where supervisors displayed behavior that was considered unprofessional, including yelling during conversations, responding rudely to directives, and slamming doors. The reports also cited issues with organization, standard operating procedures, and disease control protocols.
And we're going to continue to dig deeper into what's been going on at MAS. Now, we also asked the state if they've received any complaints. They tell us that information is confidential and it's only released in a proceeding where the license would be questioned. Investigating for your news leader, Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
Well, the new interim director admitted they have a backlog of dogs that need to be spayed or neutered because the vets left. She said as of Tuesday, 93 dogs have an adoption or foster placement but can't be released until that surgery happens.